What's going on, everyone? Trav here with Chaotic Strategies, and today we're going over some advanced terminology in the Naruto CCG. So this is going to be kind of the last installment for how to play Naruto. Shout out to Rotachi, who just got into the game and wanted to know the advanced terms so that way he could learn how to play the game properly. So with that being said, if you guys are new to the channel, please be sure to hit that subscribe button and that little notification bell so that way you guys are always notified when I post new content. So there is a lot of advanced terminology in the Naruto CCG, which does make the game pretty difficult, especially as far as trying to build decks and stuff around a lot of this terminology, but don't get too caught up with this terminology trying to build decks around it early on. There's not very many cards that has a lot of this terminology. There are some that utilize it on almost every card, but 9 times out of 10 the text on the card will explain what is supposed to take place. So I'm just going to go down alphabetical order on all the different terminologies, and if I have the cards to demonstrate, I will demonstrate how those cards work as well in this video. So let's get started with ambush. Okay, so ambush is going to be during your mission phase. If a ninja card with this characteristic is in your chakra area, you can deploy it. This counts as a deployment. Entrance and hand costs must be met, and the 1 ninja per turn rule applies. So if I had Itachi Uchiha, this would mean that he can be deployed from my hand or my chakra area. Then when Itachi is deployed from the chakra area, it is considered a deployment as well as being put into play by ambush. It usually doesn't matter unless an effect references ninjas put into play by ambush, which this one does. It references being put into play during your mission phase. While this card is in your chakra area, you can deploy it. Now, you still would have to follow the rule of you would have to be at turn 5 or higher to bring Itachi out from the chakra zone. So those rules still have to apply. Our next term is going to be burst. So when this ninja is put into play, you're going to reveal the top card of your deck. Okay, and then that card's going to stay face up until the end of your turn, as long as it remains on the top of your deck. So as long as it is, that ninja is going to get a +X during this turn, where X is going to be the card's entrance cost. So like with Hinata Hyuga here, she's going to have assisted force burst valid when you put into play this ninja or another taijutsu ninja. Place a +1/+1 coin on it. So as soon as I would play Hinata, I'm going to reveal the top card of my deck. So if that revealed card was, say, Naruto Uzumaki number 861, where his interest cost is going to be 3, she's going to get a +3/+3 on her, which is going to make her a +5/+4. And then when you put into play this ninja or another taijutsu ninja, place a +1/+1 coin on it. So on top of the +3/+3, you're going to get a +1/+1 as well, which is going to put her at a 6/5. So you can really bump up your ninja with the burst term. Okay, so our next term is going to be combination. So when a jutsu with combination is used by a ninja in a team with another ninja that match the items listed, the effect specified will occur when the jutsu resolves from the chain. The item can be names, symbols, combats, attributes, or characteristics. So with jutsu cards like partial expansion jutsu, your first effect is going to resolve, and then so if the user of this jutsu has a team that has food listed on it somewhere within the text of any one of those ninja, then they're able to use this second effect of this card, which is going to be look at the top 3 cards of your deck, move 1 to your hand, and the rest to the bottom of your deck in any order. Okay, the next one on the list is going to be desperation. So if your opponent has 5 or more battle rewards, activated abilities of this card can be activated up to twice per turn. So like with Jugo here, Stage 2, his desperation, so this ninja gets +2/+0 during this turn. At the end of this turn, if this ninja won any victory, discard one ninja your opponent controls with the lowest entry cost. So since he has desperation, if your opponent controls 5 or more victory cards, he can essentially use this activated effect twice per turn. So not only would he get 2/2, so he'd get a +4/+0 during this turn, and then at the end of the turn, the rest of his activated effect, if he won a victory, going to discard one ninja card your opponent controls. So the activated part is going to be the +2/+0 during this turn. So if your opponent controls 5 or more, that's going to get hit twice. So you're going to get a +4/+0. And then the rest of it's static, so they're not going to discard 2 ninja cards. They're only going to discard the 1 because you're only battling once. Okay, Expert. If the user of this jutsu is or has X, apply this effect when it resolves. Expert either adds an effect to the jutsu or alters the effect of the jutsu. If it adds an effect, then the jutsu's effect are applied in order printed. Otherwise, if it alters jutsu's effect, apply the Expert alternation first. So cards that have Expert on them can get a little confusing. So cards like Wind Style Rasen Shuriken, okay, its requirements is going to be Naruto Uzumaki plus an interest cost of 3 or more. Your target is going to be one ninja opposing the user. Effect, you're going to discard the target. Expert Senjutsu, discard one ninja. So what this pretty much means is that if you have any Naruto Uzumaki can use Wind Style Rasen Shuriken, except if you don't have a Naruto Uzumaki that also has Senjutsu on it, you're not going to be able to discard one ninja. As long as you have Naruto that has Senjutsu, you're going to discard the target, and then you're going to discard one ninja. If he doesn't, you're just going to run the normal effect of discard the target that this card attacks. You're not going to be able to get the secondary effect out of it. Okay, cards with Flashpoint. So you're pretty much going to remove this ninja from the game, and then at the start of your next turn, you're going to move this card to your village. So cards like the 4th Hokage. He has Flashpoint. When this ninja is put into play, all of your ninja get a +2/+2 during this turn. Additionally, when any of your teams wins an outstanding victory during this turn, you win 1 battle reward. So with his Flashpoint, you're going to activate him, and then he is going to get removed from the game until your next turn. Once your next turn rolls around, he's able to come out into the village, and then his effect is going to apply. So you got to be really careful and really plan out with cards with Flashpoint, because like with the 4th Hokage, some of these higher cards, you're going to need to be on turn 6. As soon as you activate him, he gets banned pretty much straight from the game. And then your next turn, so you got to be able to make sure that you're going to be able to hold your own until your next turn when he comes back out onto the field, or use cards where you can bring him out during your opponent's turn, and then when your turn rolls around, he comes out onto the field. So just some different ways to kind of work those into your deck. Okay, the next one is going to be growth, and this is probably one of the more popular terms that we see on the Naruto CCG cards. Okay, so with growth is during your mission phase, a ninja card in your hand with this characteristic can replace a ninja with the same name in your village. The ninja it is replacing cannot have a growth coin on it, and any status, injury, or healthy effects, cards, or coins are all transferred to the new card. So the replacement ninja is moved into its owner's chakra area instead of being removed to the graveyard. Okay, so then a ninja cannot be growth the same turn it is put into play, but multiple ninjas can be growth in a turn as long as you're able to do so. And then any ninja entering via the growth ability is considered to have been put into play. So then interest costs of the ninjas put into play via growth must be met, but the hand cost is ignored. Okay, so in this demonstration, I'm going to use Naruto Uzumaki Childhood, and then I can growth him into Naruto Uzumaki here, but the difference is I have to wait until my third turn to do this because his interest cost is 3. So as soon as my third turn comes around, I can remove Naruto Childhood, put him down into my chakra area, bring this Naruto out, and then put a growth counter on him. So as soon as he hits with the growth counter, he cannot be growthed again unless you use a card to remove that growth counter, or he gets destroyed by battle, and then we can start the process over again. Okay, next on the list is going to be Inherit. So mostly with any Inherit card, it's pretty much going to be the same effect. It should be printed on the card, but if it's not, when this ninja would be discarded, remove it from the game instead. In that case, target ninja you control gets this ninja's card effect as long as it remains in play. Put it simply, when a ninja like Kakashi here, when he's discarded, you're going to remove him from play completely, and then in that case, target ninja you control gets this ninja's card effect text, except Inherit, as long as that ninja remains in place. So the rest of your ninja are going to get, when this ninja attacks by itself, it cannot be blocked by a ninja that does not have this ninja's combat attribute. So since his combat attribute is fire, he cannot be blocked by any other ninja that does not have that attribute. So that's the great thing about Inherit. Okay, next one is going to be Mastery. So the official definition of Mastery is a ninja with this characteristic has the following effect. After the effect of a jutsu used by this ninja is applied, you can discard one of your chakra that shares a symbol with the jutsu to return that jutsu to your hand. So like with Yamato here, he has the characteristic Mastery. So if we were to use an earth-based jutsu with him, because of his Mastery, we can pay, if we have the chakra to, we're going to pay 1 chakra that matches his earth attribute, and we're going to bring that jutsu back to our hand to use next turn if we need to. Our next characteristic is going to be non-unique. So the official definition for non-unique is a ninja with this characteristic has the following effect. This ninja card can be put in play or moved into a village or battlefield even if that area already has one or more ninjas with the same name as this ninja card. So pretty much when cards like this, Ink Leech, have the non-unique, it ignores the uniqueness rule, which in Naruto CCG, that rule is you can only have 1 card with that name on the field at a time. So we're only going to have 1 Naruto, we're going to have 1 Sasuke, we're going to have 1 Sakura. But when you start using cards that have non-unique like these Ink Leeches, obviously Sai can, especially in the anime, make more of them. Naruto can clone himself, so a lot of those cards are going to have non-unique. So you can keep putting those cards into play. Okay, next on the list is going to be Platoon. So during your mission phase, if a ninja card with this characteristic is in your hand and you have exactly 1 ninja in your village that shares any of the platoon ninjas' names, you can replace that ninja with this ninja while there are no effects on the chain. The entrance hand costs of the platoon ninja must be met, and the replaced ninja is moved to its owner's chakra area. So unlike Ambush, this does not count as a deployment. The card comes into play in healthy status, and any effects or coins or on the ninja it replaced are not transferred to the platoon ninja. So if I wanted to play here Naruto Uzumaki and Sakura Haruno, okay, get them put into play. A platoon ninja can only be put in play while you control exactly 1 ninja that shares a name with the platoon ninja. So quite easy. I actually have a couple of these in my deck. because all I really need is Naruto Uzumaki, then I can bring these out. Okay, reinforcement. These reinforcement cards, a ninja card with this characteristic has a different border and cannot be put into a deck, but must be put into your reinforcement deck. So yes, you can build a reinforcement deck as well for the Naruto CCG. It can be put into play by specific effects that reference reinforcement ninjas. So I haven't really got into the reinforcement because I don't use reinforcements. I don't have any cards that are reinforcements, but looking more into this, it could be a lot of fun to play this style. So like I said, reinforcement ninjas are deployed from your reinforcement deck. So in order to really see how that works, you're going to want to look into the rule book and see how many cards and what the rules are for your reinforcement deck. And then you must meet the entrance cost and pay the hand cost to put a reinforcement ninja into play. So like with Naruto Uzumaki with the Nine Tails cloak, he has the Nine Tails cloak. You see he has reinforcement on there. So he's got the red border around him compared to our normal lighter borders. So in order to bring him from our reinforcement deck, we still have to be on turn 4, and then we're going to have to use another card like a mission card or a client card that allows us to pull from our reinforcement deck. Okay, Revitalize. When this card would be moved to the discard pile, move it to the bottom of your deck instead. So again, a lot of these cards are going to have this printed on the card, like Azuma Saratobi here. When this card would be moved to the discard pile, move it to the bottom of your deck instead. So pretty straightforward. Anything with Revitalize is going to pretty much go from your discard pile to the bottom of your deck. Okay, Sacrifice. So as an additional cost to play this ninja card, you must remove from the game the designated cards from your village or the battlefield. So a ninja card in your reinforcement deck with Sacrifice can be put in play during your mission phase by meeting its sacrifice and all its entrance requirements while there are no effects in the chain. So again, we'll be pulling these type of cards from our reinforcement deck. So like if we wanted to bring out Naruto Uzumaki Sage Mode, we can bring him out during our battle phase, but we're going to have to sacrifice Naruto Uzumaki plus an entrance cost of 3 or more, which means not only we're going to have to pull Naruto Uzumaki, but then we're also going to have to discard 3 cards as well, on top of being on turn 7 in order to bring this Naruto out. Senjutsu. So a ninja with this characteristic has the following effect. Each specific symbol of a jutsu this ninja uses is treated as 1 for the purpose of paying this cost. So pretty much what that's saying is that the specific symbols for the cost of jutsus that this card Shima is going to use can be paid with any type of chakra. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be lightning, doesn't have to be fire. You're pretty much going to use any type of chakra. Okay, Squad. So a ninja card with this characteristic has a different border and cannot be put into a deck and can only be put into your reinforcement deck. So then during your mission phase, again, it can be put in play if you control ninjas in your village that match all the ones listed on the squad card by removing the listed ninja from the game while there are no effects in the chain. So it works just like our reinforcement effect, except now we're removing 2 ninja from our battlefield instead of just the 1. So like I have Naruto, Uzumaki, and Yamato. In order to bring them from my reinforcement deck onto the field during our battle phase, I would have to have both Naruto and Yamato on the field in order to bring this one out. Okay, then we have Surge. A ninja with this characteristic has the following effect. During the exchange of jutsu, you can discard 1 ninja card from your hand with the same name as this ninja. In that case, this ninja gets a +2/+2. So, I have a Granny Chiyo. Okay, she also has Mastery. She also has Surge. Okay, so if I were to go into my exchange of jutsu and had her use a jutsu card and I had another Chio in my hand, I can discard that other Chio and then she would get a +2/+2 on top of whatever my jutsu effect would be. And then for our last one here, we have tracking. So the official definition of tracking is when a ninja with this keyword is put in play, name a ninja. Your opponent's ninjas that have that name are tracked ninjas. Only one ninja can be tracked at a time per player. So when you do this, you have to actually, call out a ninja that actually exists when the game. So, like with Kakashi Hatake, his Anbu days here, see how he has expert tracker, tracking, valid. Your ninja dog ninjas get a +1/+1. So if you have ninja dogs that are out on the field with Kakashi, they get a +1/+1. And then while you have 4 more ninja dog ninjas, your opponent's tracked ninja cannot be sent out to block. If you called out, like, I don't know, Jiraiya, okay? And your opponent has Jiraiya, he's being tracked. So now since you have your ninja dogs, you have everything set up. Whenever you go to attack, your opponent's Jiraiya cannot block this Kakashi or anything at all from attacking. So again, makes it very, very nice to kind of build decks around some of these to give you the one up when you're battling. So the last thing that I'm going to go over that wasn't covered here is going to be our mental power. Okay, so you'll notice that a lot of cards have mental power, like Ino Yamanaka here has a mental power of 1. Some will have mental power of 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth. So this allows us to utilize a mental power battle versus our regular power battles. Now, upon contrary belief, you cannot just declare a mental power battle and start stomping your opponents because they don't have, ninja with mental power. We actually have to use cards like this mission card here, Written Test, where it says all teams perform a mental power battle during this turn. So there's several different cards that allow you to go into mental power battle. There's a Biki, like ninja cards, stuff like him, that allow you to go into mental power battle, and then you can also use jutsu cards and stuff to build up your mental power battle, which can give you the upper hand, because if you know that you're going up against somebody who doesn't have a whole lot of ninja with mental power, then and you revolved your entire deck around mental power battles, chances are you're going to win that pretty easily. Mental power battles work the same way as regular power battles. For a victory with 4 or less points, you get 1 prize card. Anything 5 or above is considered outstanding, and you get 2. So just like playing the normal game itself. And that's it, guys. That's pretty much it for our advanced terms of the Naruto collectible card game. Pretty straightforward. I mean, it's not overly complicated. Some of them are going to explain on the card what's going on. Some of them are not. So by all means, you can use this video to reference in case there's any questions in your guys' next game match. I now will also leave a link down in the description box too, where I cited all these definitions and the rules of these definitions, so it's a quick link that you can get to really read, to go in and explain in further detail off of what I showed here. Okay, I am going to leave down in the description box again links to TCG Player, where you can purchase your own Naruto and Boruto card sets from our TCG Player affiliate link. Any click on that link or purchase on that website helps out this channel at no extra cost to you. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, let me know what you think, let me know what other videos you would like to see. I hope you all are being safe out there. Be sure to wash your hands, and we'll see you in the next video.